Did someone say homemade recipe? Like homemade chili? What other homemade recipes are there? Like homemade guacamole? Even though I know that's not hard to make. Like homemade chicken and rice and vegetables? Like homemade spaghetti? Wow guys, that's kind of the extent of my homemade cooking skills. Oh! Homemade frozen pizza? Homemade PBJs? But that's not the homemade stuff we're talking about today. I know, my homemade cooking skills are sad. Okay, but today we are going to be talking about Piper's brand new gadget, homemade recipe. But then we're also going to compare this new gadget to her old one to see which one is better. And then we're also going to compare both of her star powers so you guys can know which ones you should prioritize getting first, gemming them, whatever, to be using her best star power and gadget so you can destroy some noobs and get those trophies. But now first, homemade recipe. Live reenactment here. This is without her gadget. It missed. This is with their gadget. Go on. There's a wall right here now. How'd he go around the wall? What the heck? And I know I get this question all the time. Ben, why don't you take your acting skills to Hollywood? Because I gotta make the content for you guys and everything. So with that though, if you guys want to support the channel, be sure to use that code BT1 in the shop. We get a small kickback. It helps so much. And also, if you guys do like G Fuel and are buying it, I got a code over there for 10% off. So if you want to use BT1 over there as well. But now, let's get into this. So that's right, Piper's brand new gadget, homemade recipe. On activation, Piper's next main attack will home in on enemies, and it has 3 charges per match. When you activate it, she gets a halo above her head. The almighty golden, or silver, or cupid, or calavera, or pink, or regular. Golden angel Piper, basically. And then the ammo button as well starts to flare up, indicating that your gadget is active. And what this does is it means your next shot that you shoot, whether it hits an enemy or not, is going to shoot a homing missile. And not only does this gadget allow you to shoot around walls and curve, it gives her a massive range increase. Look at how many tiles further this bullet travels. However, this range is capped. It is not infinite. That would be crazy. Like, just imagine this Piper bullet following you throughout the entire match. Like, think of any time a Piper shot is a spike. Could you imagine just a little spike following you everywhere? Then you can hit you or something. Now you may be thinking to yourself, wow, this gadget is broken, but it does have downsides. A major drawback is this doesn't actually work very well at close range. It really only works near her normal maximum range before it starts to curve and start to home on. Other than that, it's just gonna be like a straight shot. Another downside as well is it still misses moving targets, and it isn't guaranteed to hit like all the time. It's not gonna like fully curve. There's a cap to its range, obviously, and how much it'll actually curve, and you still do miss quite often with it. And then another downside of using this one is it offers no protection when you're up close, whereas Piper's other gadget, which we'll talk about in a bit, is very helpful with that. This one just adds to her massive range and makes her shots a little bit easier to hit. Decent easier to hit sometimes. But now the upsides with this are actually really cool. It adds, like, obviously the range. It also adds a surprise element as well, because people aren't normally expecting a shot from Piper to go that massive distance, and it can catch them off guard a lot. It can help you get a clutch shot in, like maybe on a gem carrier in gem grab. Say you're way, way far away, and they're about to try and sneak in for that gem. Nope, not today, fool. It's another reason for Piper to stay back, stay alive, and stay ahead her max distance, because that's the issue with Piper, is if you get close, obviously she's not very good. So guys, this is Piper's new gadget, homemade recipe, which we'll take a look at, and you'll see it more in action in some games once we talk about her other stuff first. Her other gadget is Auto Aimer. Piper pops a defensive shot at the closest enemy, dealing 100 damage while also pushing them back and slowing them down. And it has 3 charges per match. This gadget is super helpful in keeping Piper safe, especially when brawlers jump on her or try and get close to her, or just whenever you need, like, just be like, get away from me, fool, get back. And then you just literally, like, proceed to shoot them with all 3 of your shots, which helps Piper because then you're going to be dealing more damage because they're further away from you. And it also has a fairly decent range, which helps Piper get out of a lot of tough spots. Another awesome thing about this gadget is it can knock people out of supers, like Carl spinning or Frank about to launch you down and stun you. As well as this is really helpful in Brawl Ball because it makes people drop the ball, so you can save goals with this and just, it helps out a ton. Again, there are downsides with this gadget as well. It doesn't always hit targets that are in your range, like if they're moving fast or maybe they juke the shot or make an unexpected movement. This shot can miss sometimes, even though it's auto aimer. Another thing is if enemies disappear into the bush or the grass, you aren't going to be able to activate it, which is kind of annoying. Like, it would be cool if you could just activate this when you kind of have a good guess where the enemy is, but it's still annoying sometimes when they disappear in the grass. you can't activate it. There are a ton of upsides for this gadget though. We already said it keeps Piper alive, pushing those brawlers back that are on top of her. And since this gadget also slows the enemy down, it gives Piper time to run away and maybe your teammates to come in and help support and maybe even kill the brawler. And I really like this gadget because it helps in Piper's weakest area, or gives her an advantage in her weakest area, which is obviously close range engagements and close range fights, and helps support her in that, so I really like that. And obviously just canceling supers and everything is a huge upside. Now on to her first star power, Ambush. Piper's attack deals plus 800 extra damage at maximum range when she's hidden in a bush. So when you don't have Ambush, at close range, Piper's shot's gonna deal 635. With Ambush and she's in the grass, it's gonna deal 875. At mid-range without it, Piper is going to deal 1,722 damage. And then at mid-range with it, the range is a little bit depending on the tile you're at, but anywhere from like 2,000-ish to 2,184 damage. And then at Piper's maximum range without Ambush, it's going to deal 2,128 damage. And then with it, it's going to deal 2,928 damage. That is a ton of extra damage no matter where the enemy is, whether they're close to you or far away. And it helps Piper a lot secure those kills and just deal a ton of damage. Now with Ambush, really the only downside here is you have to be in a grass for it to be effective, and that means it's not always going to be effective on all of your shots or active in all of your shots, and especially like towards the later stages of the game, it kind of falls off because, as you guys know, wall breakers and everything happen and the map tends to get opened up a little bit. But now the upsides here when it actually is available and ready to use is massive, like the burst damage that it has, the more consistent damage that it has, and it just feels overall like Piper is a tank when she has Ambush and is in a secured spot with the grass. Ambush is pretty solid. Her second star power is Snappy Sniping. Pop, 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 pop. When Piper hits an enemy with her attack, she reloads 0.3 ammo instantly. So when you use the star power, it just helps you get more shots to shoot if you're accurate. Like if you land all your shots, boom, you're already basically gonna have the next one up firing and ready to shot. And if you're able to land most of your shots throughout the game, your damage potential goes way up throughout the entire game because you're gonna be reloading faster. So now the downside for this one, there honestly really is no downsides unless you just cannot hit your shots. And if you can't, like what you're seeing right now, maybe you shouldn't be playing Piper. Upsides here, it's useful for the entire game. No matter what is going on the map or anything, you hit a shot, you're instantly going to be reloaded a little bit faster. Also, another upside is when brawlers are running straight at you and you can easily like auto aim all 3 of your shots. It's going to help you out so much when they're trying to get close to you because you're going to be pop, 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 rapid firing on them, and a lot of times they're going to die before they even get to you. However, if you take a look at overall damage output, it's kind of surprising watching it fare against Ambush versus Snappy Sniping at the same distance. So with Snappy Sniping, it takes about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to destroy that big boss. And with Ambush, when you're sitting from the same distance, it actually takes 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So this is actually really, really interesting to look at because I always thought like Snappy Sniping, those more shots, you're gonna get way more damage over time. When in reality, with Ambush, if you're in the grass a lot, you actually deal damage faster because that Ambush damage is so much greater. So it's really cool to seeing the difference there and kind of debunked what my first thought was. But now we get into, well, which one is optimal? Which gadget should I be using or try to get first? Or which star power should I use and try and get first? For her gadget, I'm not gonna lie here, I think these gadgets are both very, very good. And they actually both have different scenarios where one might be better. Like on a more wide open map, typically where longer range brawlers are present, Homemade Recipe is actually the one that I would prefer because you're not going to usually get those close range engagements or anything like that. However, just looking at the map layouts, there aren't that many crazy wide open maps and everything. If you had to force me to choose, however, I think they're both, like, I just want to make this a point. I think they're both great gadgets, and it really just depends on if you think you're going to be put in a bad situation. But most of the time, if you had to put like a gun to my head right now, I would pick getting auto aimer first, just because it helps Piper in her weakest area. Because Piper already has a super long range, and Homemade Recipe does still miss. So I like auto aimer for the fact that it fixes a flaw of her game, or at least allows her to escape when brawlers get on top of her or help her out. And just, I feel like it makes her a more balanced brawler where it's not like, oh, it's game over now because the brawler got on top of me. Auto aimer actually gives you a chance to survive and or even get a kill. So I would go with auto aimer first. Now for her star powers, I actually think it's a little bit less close because most maps have grass, and most of the time you can get away with getting a lot of shots off and a lot of value standing in the grass and still hitting brawlers. And so you can make an optimal comp with like a Rosa and her gadget, giving Piper always that bush to shoot. Ambush, just with the amount of damage she gives you and the value, I'm gonna choose ambush. Now snappy sniping is still viable, and it's still very good. Like, that's the thing with these star powers, they're gonna help you a lot too. If you have the choice and you have both of them though, obviously on maps where there's very little grass, you're gonna wanna go take in snappy sniping, but in general, I think you're gonna get more value and more use out of ambush. So I actually think her optimal ones that I would prioritize getting first are auto aimer and ambush. Now, if you guys paid attention to the Crow episode, normally we would go into matches now with her most optimal star power and gadget here. But I just want to show off more of her homemade recipe just because it is super, super cool to be able to hit those shots and everything. But we will get into some matches with her optimal star power and gadget in a little bit here. The thing is, it sucks when you actually activate her gadget like this. Because another downside is when you activate it, you actually cannot. There's no way to get rid of it. Like, say you activate it and, oh, a brawler gets super close to you. Well, you kind of got to live with it and waste the gadget. So there are potential times when you are going to waste that shot or waste that gadget, which does kind of suck, but I want to see if I can get some value here. Oh, just land the shot on the Carl, and if they're walking straight, basically, good luck, you are going to hit them. I don't know. Let's try and see if we can shoot someone over here. I'm always in range of these fools. What is this? Get out of my range. I'm purposely trying to get out of range. Ugh. Well, we're out of gadgets now. So what do? We start over. Like right here. Auto aimer would be epic to slow these down. Boom. Get out of here, fool. Oh, whoa. We gotta play this map, dude. I might regret this, but let's go. All right. I just need to be able to get my box and not get bullied here out of my box. If I get a power cube, I feel a lot better about it. Oh, you spinning to win, fool? Is he literally gonna give me this one? Okay. Oh, he's back, though. He's back. Hey, I don't know what the heck that bull did. Bo, we're not friends. So this is what emotes have done, guys. They have literally made teaming acceptable this early on. That's kind of frustrating. Oh, that was so close. Okay. What is the play here? What is this Shelly doing, man? I don't know. However, gave us a chance to live. All right, we gotta jump over. There we go. Ooh, that was so close. I thought I was gonna be able to run that mine, bro. This is a terrifying middle, bro. Oh my gosh. Where you at? Oh, you dodged you. What up, fool? Auto aim, get back. You're trying to dash at me? That's what auto aimer does. Get out of here, fool. Well, you can see the optimal comp coming in. Finally, getting a dub in showdown there. I don't know, guys. I really think auto aim helps her out so much when they're just close range. And that's why I like it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be really fun with homemade recipe, landing those extra range shots and everything. However, in a lot of scenarios, I think auto aimer is going to be the play and just help you out survive and everything, especially when they get close to you. You can just push them back. But we're going to wrap that video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Stay tuned for awesome Brawl Stars videos. Be sure to use code BT1 and comment down below which star power and what gadget you like better. And then also definitely leave a like and let me know if you guys want to see this, because we still have 8 brawlers to go every week throughout the summer. So let me know, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.